Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, for the second half here at Kelston Boys High School, and it is Mount Albert Grammar who sit on a 6-0 lead. A Moala Graham Tolfa try midway through the first half. The difference so far in what has otherwise been a very evenly contested and certainly physical encounter here at Kelston Boys High School. It's going to be Kelston with first use of the ball in this second half. So here we go, 25 to play in this crucial battle for second position on the SAS Premier ladder, and that is put down by Yuka. Handover straight away. And a horror start for Kelston. They did it in the first half as well, gave up a penalty on their very first tackle, and now Isa Mioka puts the ball down, and Mount Albert Grammar given first use of the football. So eventually we get there. Grannis waves time back on. Yungi up from the back of the scrum to Kauhiva to Graham Tolfa, who's got Shum on his shoulder, but Graham Tolfa gets hit to ground. Isa Mioka involved in the tackle that time as Mags go wide looking for space, but it's well read by the Kelston wide man. They come back centre field now. Yungi shuffles play on, and this is big Azuma, who's taken down just short of the line, still driving those legs. Sue clears the ruck. It goes out to the other Graham Tolfa, Lani, but now Lani gets set upon, and it is Elam Payne. Sue to Shum. Kauhiva, little double pump. Had to give himself up. There was obstruction in the lead up there and was smart to die on the play. Graham Tolfa jumps out of dummy half, and now they come down the right side. Laui fighting for yardage. Shum kicks across. Space on the left edge here, but well taken there by the Kelston 17, which is Apeti Naradra, I believe. Check our team list on that one. But anyway, Kelston back into it. Ball put down. Kelston have had to soak up so much pressure due to their own inability to complete sets today. I wonder how much more they can take. Their goal line defence has been very good considering, and they have repelled a number of goal line raids from Mags, but how much longer can they keep that going? Tippany jumps out of the scrum. Offside is the call. Sinio Sue is going to tap and get us back to it. And now Pupunu. Sue. Azuma. Great contact though from Payne. Rocks the ball free on the much bigger man, Elam Payne. He's having a wow of a game. And that time, brilliant contact. Forces the ball free of Azuma's hands. And we'll have a handover back to Kelston now. Handling a real issue for both teams in this game, more so for Kelston, but they get led off after that early era. And now they go back to it, starting with a carry via the fullback, Safisi. TK Williams, who's had a nice little game, did everything but score a try earlier, got over the line. Held up was the call, so they jump out now via Elijah Sammy. Right on halfway now, Kelston. Payne Xavier Payne driving the legs. He hasn't been tackled first time yet today, I don't think. Gets the offload away that time as well. And ball almost comes loose there for Kelston. They do well to hold on to it in the end. Sammy goes to his left. Elam Payne. Change of direction. Opposite number, Yongi involved in the tackle there as well. Sammy looks to his left now. Yoka goes up the back. Safesi holding up with a little double pump, and then TK Williams gets set upon. So handover again. Ball loose. The ball is knocked on. So Kelston to pack down, and they'll start this set only about 20 off the line. A great chance to hit back as the half-hour mark ticks over. They trail by 6. Set all to the right, just the one man on the left-hand side. And it will be Safisi to get us started here with a good carry. Right in front of the Hayden and roll it upright. Sammy is the dummy half. He will go to his left. And Payne sticks his nose through, goes over. Grannis points to the spot, and Kelston hit back. So straight off the scrum, it was a good initial carry from Marve Safisi, who took it straight into the heart of the Mount Albert defence. And then from here, it's just clever play from Payne. Identifies just a little half gap, which was all he needed. And you'll see it on the next shot here. Sold them on the dummy. And there it was, just a little gap to go through, and well deserving of a try today. Has worked hard on both sides of the ball. So Elam Payne hits back for Kelston, and we await the kick, which would tie the game up. 32 minutes gone here at Kelston Boys High School. Kick is good. Flags are up, and we're tied up at 6 apiece. Kalhiva gets us back underway. A high one, which is fielded this time. Almost the exact same play that was knocked on earlier. Tepini says, let me have some of that. Takes it back to them, gets the offload out the back. Play on, I think, from my count, although Grannis is going to call knock on. Bizarre play, really. The ball came out the back, and the receiver wasn't expecting it. It then went out the back again. It's hard to see where the knock-on happened, but that's the call. And now Mags will feed this scrum and have a chance to hit straight back themselves. Staggered back line, which is very deep out here on this left edge. In fact, the winger, Talataina, is standing way back on halfway. Shum. Graham Tolfa dancing across field now, gets a fend on, but well contained in the end by the 4 for Kelston Tanielu. Graham Tolfa now will centralise. Iongi is the dummy half. Jumps out and links up with his back rower, Pulutu. Another of the Marist Saints men, along with Stanley, who appears to now be playing that hooking role, having started the game at loose forward. To the right they come now. Shum to Kauhiva. Kauhiva dances through a couple and then gets taken the ground out of the way to Tepani, and Kelston have forced the error. Messi out of the scrum. No knock on in there, but it was a near thing as Tanielu is taken to ground, and then Safisi comes looking for some work, gets rid of one on his way to the ground and then wants a penalty. Was fighting hard in it. Kelston with the momentum now, and just as I say that, Payne puts the ball down and Graham Tolfer is onto it. And that's been the story of the game. Every time someone's built momentum, there's been an error, and it's killed it off. Neither team has been able to build pressure so far in this contest. Iongi to his older brother, Nifai Iongi. Stanley now is the dummy half. Shuffles play out to Shum. Shum goes back door to Kauhiva. They're deep set here, Mount Albert, as Graham Tolfer steps his way back in field. Member of the New Zealand residents team for his age. Iongi now jumps out a dummy half, looking to catch those markers lazy, but Kelston are aware to it as Stanley looks to fight his way to a couple of extra metres. Graham Tolfer now is the dummy half, darts out here. Moala Graham Tolfer gets his second, jumps out a dummy half, catches the markers napping, and Moala gives his team the lead once again. And it was all built off this good carry from Stanley Iongi. Just drove those legs, refused to go down, and look, by the end of it, he's got 3 defenders in there, a 4th joins, and he's got the attention of one other. And then from there, you can see Tepani disappears back to the left. And Kelston just don't get there. The gap is too big, and Graham Tolfer crashes over. Maybe a hint of some interference in the lead up there, but nothing worth ruling a try out over. And Mags hit the lead once again as the 38th minute approaches. Kick is good. So 6-point game once again. 12 to play. And Mags with the advantage. Mentioned before, this is such an important game. We look at the prospects of both teams for making the top 2, remembering that the top 2 qualifiers from round robin play go straight through to the grand final. There are no semis, which means it is absolutely vital, obviously, that you finish in that top 2. Otherwise, your season in terms of winning top honours is over. And heading into this match, Kelston and Mags are locked on points along with St. Paul's and Westlake. So a 4-way tie for that final position. Southern Cross have given themselves a bit of breathing room up top on 10. Now Kelston conceded a penalty offside from the kickoff. So Mags hunting what could well be a killer blow at this point, given there's only been 18 points scored across the first 40 minutes. Iongi jumps out a dummy half. Chews off some good meters as well. Nephi now looks to his left, finds Shum. Shum goes back door to Graham Tolfa, who puts it down. Well, he's hardly put a foot wrong today, Graham Tolfa. That time, probably just guilty of taking a look up at that defensive line. And the ball spills loose. Natadra. 35 off their own line here. Comes in the back row, Leota, and he earns the penalty. So Kelston prepare to get back underway. 6 points the gap. And it will be Tanielu to get us back underway, but it is aggressive line speed from Mags, and they drive him way back to before he started. The crowd erupts in the background. Elam Payne. Quick play of the ball. Centerfield they come. Leota spins in the tackle. Penalty. Sammy will tap and go eventually, and it'll be Elam Payne with the first carry. Shum involved as well. They're struggling to get him to ground here. It's another good carry from Elam. He's been just about the best player on the park today. Sammy at dummy half. Again to Leota, who's had a couple of carries in the last few minutes. This one's another good one. Right in front of the Hayden and Roll It uprights. They've got options left and right here, Kelston. Sammy goes to his left, to White. JP White testing the line. The ball comes loose. Another penalty. 3 penalties in a row now for Kelston. Momentum firmly on their side right now, and how much longer can Mags hold on for? Less than 9 to play. And we're going to have time off and a talking to here, I think. Time back on and we get back into it. Tepany bumping his way towards the line. Tepany will go close. Sammy looping ball to his left. Ioka shakes out a 1, dancing his way through. Taking the ground. Laui involved in the tackle. JP White misses out Leota, goes backdoor, links with his half. They go short to Elam Payne! Elam Payne over for his second. A brilliant strong carry. Nicely played, half to half out the back. Kelston hit back, and we could be even with kick to come. Starts here with JP White. There's nice shape to this. Leota goes through the line. A couple of Mags players had their eyes up on him. Then goes out the back, and then a lovely final ball from Tariha to Elam Payne, who hits it at speed, running at a smaller body, and crashes his way over. 12-10, kick to come, and it is a massive kick as the Kelston faithful rise to their feet. Sefesi, the man with all the pressure right now. Less than 7 to play. Well away to the left. Score will remain, Mags 12, Kelston 10. There's more to come in this game yet though, as Mags make their way back to halfway. What a game it's been. Been a number of errors in it, but it's been entertaining enough. And Elam Payne, this lock forward, grabs his second try and and gives Kelston a good chance as we head into the final 5.5 minutes. Kauhiva will go deep off the kickoff. It is fielded. And Mags are up quickly. Iri Teoli'i, that time the man hits the ground. It's fresh legs on the park as well. I think this may be Leota. In fact, it's Xavier Payne, who I think is on for his second stint. He was outstanding through the first half. Sammy. JP White tests him out in the middle. It's Graham Tolfer it is who drives him to ground in the end, doing his best to tangle himself up in the play of the ball as well. They kick via Ioka up over the head of the winger. It's going to bounce up and stay in the field of play, and Kelston will be happy with that. They play as well. Moala Graham Tolfer it is who's hit to ground there under the weight of the Kelston halfback, and now Mags with a little bit of work to do. Elan Payne comes out trying to punch that ball free. Ikitau tackled. Graham Tolfer, what a carry. Takes Mags up to halfway. They get a quick play the ball as well. It's the Graham Tolfer brothers combining as Moala jumps on the end of Lani's quick play the ball. Iongi now is the dummy half, surveying his options left and right. Will come back towards the middle. Shum is hanging on his shoulder now, but wrapped up well that time by Kelston. 2 points is the gap, 4 minutes to play. And it's all on the line here at Kelston Boys High School. Shum shuffles play on. Kauhiva will look high. Taken by Kelston. Taken cleanly by Tamale. Safisi. Williams. Struggling for yardage right now. This line speed of Mags suffocating the Kelston middles as it stands. Xavier Payne. Ioka gets to his kick. Again, finds grasp between winger and fullback. Cleaned up now by Mags, and they bring it back in. We've got 3 minutes to play here. Kelston might get a couple more uses of the ball yet. Right now, clock won't be perfectly in line with that of the match manager, but near enough. Graham Tolfer centres play now. Been so good today, the Graham Tolfer boys, both Lani and Moala. Moala in particular having a real impact on this game with 2 tries. Iongi. Shum, they want to move the ball now, Mags. Looping ball. Kelston slide well though, and then the defense is good as well. Tanielu driving in to hit him to ground. They're going to miss out Iongi. Instead, Graham Tolfer will take the ball to the line. They're 40 off here. Iongi goes out the back. Kauhiva will kick, does well to do it under pressure as well. Again, it finds a little bit of grasp, but takes a fortuitous bounce that time for Tamale, who now brings it back. Stands up the first marker, but Graham Tolfer is on hand to get to him quickly. Ball's now come loose. Play on is the call. Huge play. Just about knocked on that time by Etulaui. Points here would end the game, you would think, for Mags. Iongi links with his bookend, driving those legs towards the Hayden roll it uprights. Hunting the killer blow here are Mags. Iongi jumps out. Kelston do very well to deny him. Kauhiva dribbles a kick in behind. Ball's loose. Graham Tolfer for a hat-trick. Moala. Graham Tolfer, his 3rd try, the winning try you would think for Mags. And Mount Albert Grammar look to have claimed a huge victory in their quest to be part of this grand final in the SAS College Rugby League. Clever little kick. Dinks it in behind. It evades a couple. Most importantly, Tamale, who was tracking back, and then the ball just sits up. Graham Tolfa, Johnny on the spot to finish it. Takes the lead to 6, kick to come, but the siren's not far away. Time has been called off in the background. So the ball is hit, it's away, but the siren goes in the background. It will not matter. Mount Albert Grammar win this one in the SAS College Rugby League. 16 points to 10 over Kelston Boys High School. A brilliant game here on the live stream, but Mags pick up a crucial victory as they hunt a grand final spot in this competition. Thank you very much for joining in today. Trust you've enjoyed the coverage. We are live again on Saturday from 2 p.m. for the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership match between Mount Albert and Otahu. We'll see you then. Some of the hits in this one here.
Love the College Rugby League.
Williams again leading the way. Murray getting involved as well. They come back towards the middle of the park, and oh, guess what? Another big hit. Knock on, so what a hit there.
Love the College Rugby League.